Okay, so just like yesterday, when we were multiplying rational numbers, we went by the multiplication and division rules, which was if they are different signs, the answer is going to be what? Negative, and if they're the same signs, the answer is going to be positive. Okay, kind of the same thing. The only thing we're gonna do differently, obviously this is division, but we're going to do two different things. We're going to do division with decimals, and we're going to do division with fractions. Okay. All right, so this is because all of those are rational numbers, okay? So this is division of rational numbers. Okay, so let's just start with the reminder, okay? Multiplication and division rules. Same signs are always what? Same signs are always positive. Different signs are always what? Negative. Okay. So let's take a look at this first one, okay? We have negative 3.7 divided by negative 0.2. This is what it's going to look like on your worksheet, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this in a different way, okay? Now, this is being divided by that, right? So that means what is inside the little box? The negative 3.7 divided by negative 0.2. Now, I left off this 0. Is this 0 significant? Doesn't mean anything, right? You could tell somebody you are 13 years old. It's the same thing as 13, right? Did you need to sharpen your pencil, Reed? Go ahead. It's fine. Okay. Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to determine the sign here. If I'm dividing two signs that are both negatives, what's my answer going to be? Positive. Okay, so I'm not even going to mess with anything. I know the answer is going to be positive. I don't have to worry about negatives anymore, right? Okay. Now, when I'm dividing decimals, okay, who remembers? I don't want to have a decimal out here, right? What do? I want to make this 0.2 into a whole number. What's that going to be? Alana? I move it here, right? If I move this one place, what do I also have to do?
You have to move that one.
I got to move this one place, okay? So this one is now right here. Now, I don't have to really put it there unless something comes after it, so let's just see what happens, okay? So this is no longer 0.2 divided into 3.7. This is 2 into what? 37. Now, how many 2's go into 3? 1. Okay, so minus 2. I'm left with 1. Bring down my 7. How many 2's go into 17? 8. Okay, and I have 16 down here. Unfortunately, I have a 1 here, and 2 can't go into 1. So what must I do to make this bigger? Add a 0 and a... Now, what do you notice there? I put a number after my decimal, right? So this decimal has to move where? Up. Okay, and then I move this 0 down. How many 2's go into 10? 5. And does it finally terminate?
18.5.
Yeah, because I have a 0 down here. So this would equal positive 18.5. Easy stuff so far, right? Okay, let's try this one real quick. I have negative 2.1 divided by 0.2. Okay, well, first thing is, what's different about this one? Are these signs the same?
No, so it's
They're different signs, so my answer is going to be what? Negative. So I'm going to put my negative sign up here. Okay, do I still have to deal with the decimal?
Yeah.
If I move this one, I got to move this one, right? So it's now here. Okay, now how many 2's go into 2? 1. How many 2's go into 1? 0. Do I have to account for this space up here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I put another 0 here. And can I put to move my decimal up? How many 2's go into 10? 5. And does it terminate?
Yes.
Yeah. So my answer to this would be what? Equals negative 10.5. Okay. All right. Okay, are we good so far? Okay. I'll give you a moment to copy that down, and we'll move on to the next part. Yeah.
Actually, never mind.
Are we good? Okay. All right, let's look at when we have fractions. Okay. So I'm going to go back to this one. Let's see. No. Emma, give me a fraction.
5, 7.
5 sevens. Let's make it negative. Let's get all crazy. Negative 5/7 divided by, let's say, 3 over 28. Okay. When I divide fractions, okay, there's a rule I have to follow. You guys remember the rule when I have not normal subtraction? What was my rule? Copy, add, opposite, right? Okay, what's my rule for division of fractions? Does anybody remember? Division of fractions rule, copy, dot, flip. Now, copy means that first one, is that going to change at all? Copy means it's the exact same thing, right? So this is negative 5/7. Now this division becomes dot. What does dot mean? Multiply. Okay, and then this last one I flip. So it is no longer 3 over 28. If I flip it, what is it? 28 over 3. Okay, now before I do any multiplication, hold on, lady. Before I do anything, I'm going to determine what my sign is. Okay? Are these different signs? This is a negative times a positive. Therefore, my answer is going to be a what? Negative. Now, I can cross cancel. Okay. So, can I do anything with 5 and 3? Can I do anything with 7 and 28? What goes into both those? 4 doesn't go into 7. 7. Thank you. Okay, this becomes a what? A 1. This becomes a 4. Nothing else that I can simplify. Okay, so negative is my answer. 5 times 4 is what? 20. 1 times 3 is? Now, what is wrong with this? It's an improper fraction. How many 3's? Well, first of all, is this going to change to a positive? No. So it's going to stay negative. How many 3's going to 20? 6. And if I take 6 3's out, that's 18. What's left from the 20? 2. Over. Now, if I look at this, can I simplify this any further? No. That's my answer, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's try another one. Let's say I have, let's say 2/3 divided by 8/9. Okay? We'll make this negative. Negative 8/9. Okay? Well, it doesn't matter that there's numbers here that are positive and negative. Before I do anything, what's my rule? Is this division of fractions? And that only applies if there's one fraction. If there's more than one fraction, obviously it applies. Okay, so I'm going to copy what? Copy? Dot flip. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to copy. Becomes dot. And if I flip negative 8 over 9, what is that going to be? Negative 9 over 8. Okay. Now, before I deal with any multiplication or canceling, is my answer going to be negative or positive? Negative. Because they are what? Different signs. Okay, good. So it's negative. Now, can I cancel 2 and 8? They're both divisible by what? 2. By 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is? What about 3 and 9?
Yeah. Yes, by 3.
By 3. 3 divided by 3 is? And 9 divided by 3 is? Okay. What's 1 times 3?
3.
What's 1 times 4?
4.
Okay, can I reduce this at all? No. So my answer would be negative 3/4.
I did it wrong, but I still got the same answer.
Okay, are you with me so far? Yes. Let's try another one. Now, obviously there's some other things you're going to see that are different. Let's say I have something like this. 8 over 11 divided by negative 5. What is different about this one?
It's what's a whole number?
I have an integer there, right? What must I do to that integer?
Put a 1 under it.
Put a 1, make it a fraction, right? So the first thing, here's where people make mistakes, guys. Okay? They make this a fraction, then they automatically multiply. Okay? You still have to copy dot flip, don't you? Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do, excuse me, I'm going to rewrite this like that. But I haven't copy dot flipped yet, have I? I still have to copy dot flip. So this 8 over 11, this becomes multiplication, and negative 5 over 1 becomes what?
Negative 1/5.
1 over. Good. Negative 1/5.
And it's going to be a negative.
Okay. Can I determine my sign? These are different, so it's going to be what?
Negative.
Negative. Now, can I do any cross canceling here? What's 8 times 1? What's 11 times 5? Can I simplify that at all?
No.
Nope. So am I done?
Yeah.
Yes. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys try this one. Try this one.
I'm running out of room.
This is the last one. Try that one. Let's just see what you get. It's not as hard as it looked, is it? Chase, what can I do with this -7?
Turn it into 7 over 1.
Okay. Now I haven't copied out flipped yet. I still need to what?
Yeah, so you still need to copy it out flip. So 7 over 1 stays, 7 over the line becomes multiplication, and 50 over 49.
Okay. Can I?
Cancel 7 and 49.
But it's going to be a what?
It's going to be a negative.
It's going to be a negative. Thank you. Now 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 49 divided by 7 is. What's 1 times 50? What's 1 times 7? What's wrong with this? Stays negative. How many 7s going to 50? 7. What's left over? Over? Good. Easy enough, right? Okay.